Welcome to the Scene Snobs podcast.
Welcome, bros, to the Scene Snobs podcast. I'm your host with a weird New York type of accent, Ken Coenga.
It works.
We started early.
Sure did.
I'm your host, Mick Manhattan, joined as always by my co-host and cohort and partner in this magic carpet ride, Paul, producer Paul. And who's joining us as we go beach? That's right, the man, the myth, the legend, Sir Sturdy himself, Choco Lockin.
Good.
Did I say that right? Choco
I think
Lockin?
so.
Sounds perfect.
Like
I should have
chocolate. It's like chocolate Ken, chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yeah. Chocolate Ken would have been too easy, so chocolate.
You had to make it just a little too hard for everybody to get.
Oh, of course. Still got to keep it black.
Can you call it Count Chocolate?
No vampire shit with this one.
Please, 1 year for Halloween, go as Count Chocula. Oh, Ken.
I had to change it to something.
Now, you guys might be wondering, why are we talking Ken? Well, it's because we are Knuff. But we're also, all summer long, going to be in the theme of beach. That's right. Are we lifeguards? No, we're not trained for that.
Can't
Are
swim.
we, what do we do? Are we surfers? Maybe. I don't know. But really, my job is just to beach. And that's what we're going to do. And you'll watch us beach each other off every week.
I don't know what the fuck that means, but
I'm all for it. I'm also a shark enthusiast, though. So take that as you want.
Oh, my God.
beach whales, beach guys.
Beach seals, all of them.
Listen,
Beached.
we're going to beach ourselves is what it's all about. We're just going to beach ourselves off.
Yep.
Oh, my God. Radar's here. What's up, Radar? It's great to see you, buddy.
Howdy.
Radar's eating dinner and watching us. I appreciate it.
Lady Manhattan says beach. And then, of course, Chakalaka mix one black.
Hey, listen.
No, Ken Coenga's one black friend.
That's true.
Sturdy can vouch. I have other black
That's
friends.
true. I do too, by the way.
Just
I do too.
I still got 0. It's fine.
What's the ratio? What's the
My
ratio?
only Honduran friend, though. It's the only Honduran guy I know, and I love him. He's awesome.
Thank you.
He's
What's the
representing you guys
ratio a white
magnificently.
person? What's a ratio a white person should have in friends of different ethnicity?
97%.
97%.
We were so off. I said 1 to 8.
I don't know 97% of people in my life that want to spend time with me. How am I going to pick and choose what race they are?
Hey, listen. I'm just saying. Makes it easier.
Titties out in it.
You know?
This episode is bonkers.
The
Thank
less
you all
stay-
for
the
watching or listening.
Listen. The less you stay around your own race, the less racist you'll be.
That's true.
I
That
don't
goes
know
for
if that's
everybody.
true.
Listen, man.
You don't think that's true?
If you're hanging around multiple cultures, you're gonna pick up
I
some
think
vibe
so.
and some things, but you don't necessarily have to agree with it.
I agree with that.
I'm kind of in the South.
Yeah,
I feel like if I hang out with some of these good Southern boys, I'm going to pick up some bad habits. I'm just saying. And they're a different race.
That's true.
Well, that's different. They'll openly tell you they don't like you and all that other stuff, but then they'll be, hey, listen, man, will you help us cut this tree down?
Right.
Oh my God. All right. So
I don't even know how we got
I'd
there,
say
but
our mix of friends is a very good mix. It's a very good ratio of everyone involved.
like
We
delicious
love it.
seasoning.
We need more
Misfits
women is
toys.
what we need. We need more women in the group, like to do shows and stuff. Because I want female perspective on things. I would love to get the VHS Club podcast back on. They
I was
were
about to say them.
fantastic.
They're so much fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would need more. I want different opinions about things. Because God, man, as I go on, and we're talking beach tonight, but whatever. Let's roll the dice and go with it. Absurdity is key. I forgot my point. I don't, or I'm abandoning ship. I'm not quite sure which one I've decided on.
Oh,
I got
man
something.
down. We do need a lifeguard. Uh-oh.
I got something.
What?
I just gotta say this, man, because this is like my first video since I've been back from vacation, since I've been back from the con. It feels great to be back on and being dope, of course, being on the Scene Snobs. But our horror sister will be back Thursday. But like meeting in person was so fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was.
It was so dope.
All right, let's
Yeah.
talk about the con a little bit because we didn't have Sturdy on last week to do it, and we had the
No.
great Troy Hill on last week, and Troy was so much fun, and I hope we can get him back on too. He just truly great guy. I hope you get him on your show, Sturdy. I'm going to get you in touch with him. But let's talk about the con. Before that, I have to mention one thing about Sir Sturdy. This man is like a walking billboard. There's not a breath that is ever wasted. This man, I was hosting a podcast, well, co-hosting. It wasn't even fully my panel, but a podcasting panel. And of course, why would I not refer to my buddy Sir Sturdy, right? He's right there in front row listening, but at the same time. And as soon as I pointed to him, this man turns around, and he did it with everyone he talked to flawlessly in a beautiful way. This is not an demolishing him in any way. If anything, I think this is fantastic, and I want to do it more because it's not overselling. It's just you are so hard with Sir Sturdy.
Yeah,
That it's your persona. It is like, and even the way you said it, like to people, like you turn around and you're like, I have a podcast, Harvester Sturdy. It's on the Harvester Sturdy channel. You should check it out. But you would go into it and like it felt relaxed. Like it didn't feel like a sales pitch. You were just kind of like, I've got this. This is who I am. Check it out or don't. But here's my opinion. And I loved it.
You know what it is? It's just me being honest. It's like, listen, I'm going to tell you who I am. I'm going to tell you where you can find me, just in case you are interested. Because here's what I'm really telling you. Here's what I'm really telling you. And it was the information of what I always say, whatever I was saying for those podcasts. I wanted them to really grab onto that. But it's like, hey, look, you can always reach out to me. You can come listen to my show, whatever. Here's how you can find me. Just Google Horror Search Stories, basically what I was telling people. But at the same time, really listen to this information I'm fucking telling you, because I mean everything I say. I'm not going to lie to you about that. It's simple information. Take it, and hopefully you run with it.
You would be a good agent.
Oh, yeah.
Like, or a manager who needs to push. Like, because you're very good at that. You're very good at working in the conversations. And it was a joy to watch this week, that past weekend at the con, man.
I wish you were out there with me and Paul were on stage, because I threw both of our names out there back to back. Ask Paul. I was like, if you want to know the best horror, if you want to know about the best horror podcast, I said my podcast. And then right after that, so if you want to know the best geeked out podcast that talks about everything else, check out the Scene Snobs, and just went in with that, and then went into the giveaway stuff. Like I know how to sell. I know how to just fucking go right into that. And it's not something I think about. And I'm like, it was one thing, because me and Paul were talking about it after the fact. Like, I kind of wish we had more of a heads up. And I'm like, that went flawless, because I'm so much better when I can just freestyle something versus me trying to plan it out and everything. Because I overthink. Overthink. I'm just like, fuck, what's everybody gonna do? I'm just like, nah, it's gonna be me for the whole thing.
Yep. That's why these lives get me.
Now, if I were to do that again, I would love to do it again with Paul. And I'm just throwing that out there because I had a great time. I know we can flow off each other. And if we can have more time to where we can really have some fun with it and get people involved in it, it's going to knock it out the fucking park. I promise that. It'll be the best auctions ever.
I want to say I appreciate you doing it for real. Like, that was like it was just it was like that last, it was Sunday. We were doing the final Killer Clues raffles, and if Stephanie's not doing those, I'm usually jumping in and hosting. Because I usually handle all the hosting mic stuff, but she'll do the calling out the numbers and such. She's very good at it, like with the auction and such. But I had that filmmaker panel, and she lost her voice. So it was just like, oh man. And then but thank you guys for stepping up and doing that. That was really awesome of you.
It's a lot of fun.
Honestly, I feel like here's what we should do. We should be the ones that do this, myself and Paul. And on top of that, from both of us, from both of our channels or whatever, let's give something away with our stuff on it, of course. But let's give away some movies or something away each year for each of those things, just to, as a thank you, of course, but also just like, here's our names, here's our stuff, but here's some movies or whatever has to do with our channel, whatever has to do with your show or whatever, whatever to do with your channel, your show, that kind of shows that in a fun way, which mine are going to have 3D glasses, because that's going to be my new thing.
That is your thing, though, yeah.
It has to be. It just makes the most fucking sense. And the way that it worked at the con, so just handing them out to people, it just felt right. I'm just like, I can make this so much better in such a simple way. Just making a couple things, making the glasses look a little nicer, so it's Sir Sturdy, and boom, 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 plugging these few things on here, and then bam, then there's my business card. There's something that people can throw on and have fun with. There's something that people are actually going to keep track of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a
And
great
then-
idea. I think that 100%. Like,
And then I have some other ideas which I want to talk to you guys about behind the scenes, but it involves those 3D glasses, which someone at the con actually was like, yo, you should do this. I think you were standing next to me when the guy said that. He was like, yo, you should do this with these. And I was like, that's a fucking fantastic idea. Thank you so much.
I thought I was the one that said that.
I can't remember. I really can't remember, but I just remember just the energy at the con was different.
I know.
Yeah.
That was
It
funny
was.
though.
The energy at the
awesome.
con
It was
was
a good
fucking-
one.
It was different. Like meeting Paul and his wife and Mick and his wife and everybody. And of course, all the Scene Snobs out there. But it was just like, holy shit. Like, this is a different type of energy. And shout out to my brother Mike, who is not even a fan of horror
fun.
like that. Traveled
I'm
from
glad he
Georgia,
came out.
kicked it at the
He seemed
con.
like he had a really fun time though.
Dinner. He did. After we had all talked, we're going to be doing it from here on out. He was like, I'm
Hell
coming too.
yes.
He was like, I'm coming for the whole weekend for it too. So I'll be out here from here on out for it too. Because
That's awesome, man. He was so much fun.
Beautiful.
He was such a fun dude.
It was a great freaking time. And
It was such a fun time, man. So, like, all right, let's talk about.
I
some
still
of
have
our
pictures I
favorite
have to
things.
post. And I will say you this: the pale girl from Terrifier 2.
Terrifier 2.
Oh,
was
Amelie
so
McLean.
freaking-
She was great, man.
She was
did
awesome.
Such a wonderful job.
Like
Yeah.
with the panel, which Mick was hosting, and we did a real combat thing, which was fun as hell. And I hope there's a video that you guys get to see of that.
I have to edit.
I got the
everything.
video. Yeah.
Good.
Oh
you
yeah,
got it.
yeah. You get.
Yeah.
And there's still more stuff I have to collect because like there's pictures that people have been asking me for, and I'm trying to go through everything. But there's so much. Like,
Oh, there's one I gotta send you. I gotta scan and send you to get up on the CFF thing. I'll tell you which one.
okay.
I forgot to do it. I forgot to send it to you. I forgot to bring it to the con. But it's one with me, Amy Steele, and Warrington Gillette.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh man, you got a good picture there. I really enjoyed that.
But which you guys will see.
Mhm.
Fuck, what was I saying? No, I had such a great freaking time down there. Like great vibes with so many awesome, amazing people. Such a great fucking.
You can talk
time.
about it here on our Discord.
Yes. Go over there and just ask about it. Go to the CFF one when you get into the Discord and just trust me. We had
It is some fun one, and I'm trying to share all the pictures and stuff I took. Oh, my titties are out. People who are listening to this episode are like, "What the fuck is going on in this episode?"
Shit happens.
Titty flies.
Pineapples.
They're not the ones you want to see. My titties are made to be scrambled porn.
Speaking of which, really quick, let's just stay on this for 2 seconds. Can we go back? Can we go back to the scrambled porn era? Do you remember what channels where your scrambled porn was on?
Spice.
I do.
Spice.
No.
Oh yeah,
Number
76 and 77.
for me, it was 96 and 97.
See, 96 for us was the box. Remember when you could call in and order a music video? That
Yeah.
was the box for us.
What about?
See,
do
I
you
watched-
remember, Paul, or are you too young?
I stayed up late for Cartoon Network because then it'd switch over to Adult Swim, and then I got the Girls Gone Wild. So I was all about those commercials. That was the best 34 seconds
So
of my
that was
life.
that's where you graduated out of. We were scrambled porn. We oh my god.
Yeah.
Scrambled porn
I'm gonna
generation.
put my glasses back down because I feel old
We
now. Fuck that.
Were
Sorry.
running to get to some good porn. We found our porn in the woods. Like,
Right.
That's basically how you found Playboys when you were a kid.
It depended because if you, I don't want to say too much, but if you had people that you knew you can get those type of books from, you would go to those people,
Okay. All right.
or VHSs at the time.
Do you remember Sturdy? Because I know Adult Swim doesn't remember.
Fabulous 40s got me through a lot, man.
That's fair. Smooth jazz sounds.
It was a hairy era, but we didn't know any better back then.
All right. Oh God. All right.
I'm done. I apologize.
No, you don't have to apologize. It's funny.
I'll behave now.
No.
What is
I'll be more
Fabulous
I'll be
40s?
more mature.
I'm about to look this up.
You should.
Oh my
I'm not
God.
making
You should
that
have
up
called
either. That's
yourself
a real one.
Shaka Ken. Like Shaka Khan, but Shaka Ken.
I like that.
Damn, messed that one up.
But you know what? I have to be original. This is
That's true.
something that nobody else has.
I'm never
Somebody else
saying
already
that
did Shaka
because I'm
Khan.
not going to say it right.
Me either.
right.
I just have it up there.
Do you remember when Spice Channel would be free sometimes?
No.
Oh,
I remember having the box to where a lot. Never mind. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you were born in that era, you know what box I'm talking about.
yeah. Yep.
The magic box.
Is Fabulous 40s okay, you're laughing, so yeah, okay. Okay. Because I Googled it and I was like, oh, it's not what I expected.
It's X-rated material, but it's like 40-year-old women. They're like old as shit nowadays, probably. But
Oh, that's not what came up on Google. That's why I was like, oh, we will talk about this later. Sorry.
That is amazing. I love it. Anyway, that was how we watched or consumed our porn when it was blue and scrambly.
And here and there, you'd get a piece like, oh shit, there's a nipple, there's a this, there's a that, and then you're like,
and you quickly, if it was like a Friday night, flipped over to Headbangers Ball if you heard any noises coming down the hallway.
My flip back channel would be like my flip back channel would be like Nick at Night, because it would be either Cartoon Network or it would be like Lucy and all. I Love Lucy and all that shit, which I enjoyed as well. So.
I remember those days too. Yeah. Oh man, that was the good Nick at Night.
Oh, it was. Those are the good. I miss those days. If I can go back to those days right now, I would. The scrambled porn was just.
I was talking completely about something else.
Well, it all listen. It all connects. I Love Lucy. I love scrambled porn. It all connects. It all connects. Life was simpler back then. Way simpler back then. I wasn't fucking paying bills.
That part.
Sure. Yeah.
I dropped my mic.
See?
Oh no.
Oh, I'm good now. Oh fuck, no, that's a terrible mic. Get back on my good mic. Get back on my good mic.
Stick it in, plug it in.
While we have this interruption, I'll talk to Sturdy and let you know that I thought it was really cool how we all just got, like, especially you and me got along, just because we had never met, and it didn't seem like it seemed like old friends reuniting. It didn't seem like that awkward like first meeting, like, hey, you know, trying to vibe it out. It's like it just clicked immediately, which was really fun.
I agree, but I do feel like these conversations we've had between on camera and off camera helped a fuck ton just with conversations, because we already got the awkwardness, the weirdness, and the crazy shit out. So it's just like
then we just had to show it.
We're seeing each other in person now. Finally, like I finally get to see how tall this person really is. That's all it is. Like seeing Mick in person was just like, holy shit, he really is 6'8". He wasn't lying. It wasn't all white lie. I feel no, I can trust
white lie.
Just imagine people are this whole time. Just imagine this whole time. Mick is saying he's 6'8" and he's really like 5'3" with that kind of hair. That's how he dresses.
That'd be awesome.
What are some of the greatest white lies of all time?
Freedom? I don't know.
Get on this boat.
That's one. Yeah, you don't see me getting on a boat.
The government cares.
Jesus was white.
That's a huge
one.
Santa's real.
That
Santa's
actually,
white.
You know what? You know who made up Santa? I found this out. Do you know who made up Santa and where Santa comes from? The Santa that we know him. Jolly old fat man coming down and leaving presents, eating cookies and leaving.
Ja Rule.
I think so.
That is 100% taken from different lores, put together and concocted by the Coca-Cola company.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Christmas
good on them.
Christmas as we celebrate it today is because of Coca-Cola.
Huh.
So next time a high and mighty Christian comes at you about Jesus, and I love Jesus. Ken loves Jesus. Jesus is Canuck.
So is Chocolate.
So is Shaco Glenn for some reason, because he made his name different. Shaco Klein.
Shaco Klein loves Jesus.
I'm just going to say Shaka Ken. So this Christmas, you hang up lights, you put the jolly old fat man out there, and you tell your kids stories and do all that. No, you're not you, all right? Not you, but you out there in the world. Shut up, Paul. You're a co-host now. You have to agree. No, you don't have to agree, but yeah. Anyway, Coca-Cola made that happen. Yep. So Pepsi owns Taco Bell and KFC and all that other stuff because of Coca-Cola.
Owns Christmas.
Coca-Cola owns Christmas.
That's hot.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Makes sense. That's why it's red and white. Kept their colors. They threw it right in our face.
Oh, yeah, that's right there. Everything about it screams it. And they're still like the number one brand you see at Christmas.
Yep.
With the polar bears and everything else.
Yeah.
R. Kelly's horses. It's crazy. It's nuts, man. It's ridiculous.
Okay, R. Kelly.
Like I threw that in there. R. Kelly's horses.
Do you think Santa has a passport?
No.
He definitely has multiple passports.
No.
Did he get his shots?
All of them.
No.
You don't think Santa got his shots?
No.
Would Santa get the COVID vaccine? That's what I want to know.
No, because the man obviously has pre-existing conditions that restrict him from being able to take the COVID.
Diabetes has to be one.
Right.
No, the cookies and eggnog don't affect him. He's big because it's cold where he lives. Come on, guys.
I live in Virginia. You live in Schenectady, New York. How did that work?
It don't work out as much as Santa.
Jesus Christ. So you're just going Santa with muscles.
Yeah.
That's
Goldberg.
fair.
That's basically Santa. Remember when he was Santa in that movie?
I sure do. Did you like which Santa movie is the best? Because like, did you like the Mel Gibson one, or did you not like that one at all?
Thank you for
Violent
stalling
Night.
for time.
Violent Night or
Violent
the
Night was
Santa
good.
Robot one. I love
Bloody
Bloody Christmas.
Christmas, Bloody Christmas. That was pretty
I
good.
freaking love that just because of the
like
ridiculous
Fat Man.
wild violence.
That's the one I'm talking about. I loved Fat Man. Fat Man
was good.
awesome.
I did an interview with the directors of that, the Nelms brothers. They're pretty cool.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they did. They had another movie come out recently. It was pretty good too. Red Right Hand.
Okay, I'll have to
So-
check that one out.
Yeah, they're pretty
Write that
good.
down.
They actually most of their movies have been really good. I the other ones I'm not talking about I haven't seen, so I can't judge them. But I do like their movies. All right, it's that time.
Yes,
It's
sir.
that time. We're gonna 5 takeaways this bitch. We're gonna be doing 5 takeaways on this show all summer long, and they're gonna be our tops of all different summery themes. And this one is beach movies. That's right. Our top 5 beach movies. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna start with our guest, Sir Sturdy. What is your number 5 beach movie?
You ready for this one, people? Piranha 3D.
Ooh,
Yes, sir.
Solid choice. I like
Can
it.
I tell you a quick fact about that movie?
I
Sure.
do love the original better, but this one feels more beachy. So it this one feels like it makes the list more. Fits the list better.
I dig it.
There
And
we
I
go.
agree. What do you got
for-
for me?
For anyone in Greensboro, though, they almost filmed that at Wet and Wild Emerald Point, but they had a scheduling issue. But they were about to film that at our local water park, which is actually pretty
wish.
cool.
I
But
wish.
Awesome.
But do you want my number 5?
Well, James MCD Reviews writes, best beach movie is M. Night Shyamalan's Old. I might have to disagree with you. I did not like that movie too much, but I appreciate your take. But what is your number 5, El Ken?
Oh, you're gonna hate mine, but I said Us.
Interesting.
Okay.
We were
Number
just talking. I don't hate that, right? Because I
don't
brought
hate
up
it at all,
Us.
actually.
I
That
don't hate that at all.
is on my list. It's pretty much
Listen.
it's higher, but it is on my list.
I realize I kept all but one horror movie off my list because I know who I'm talking to on this show.
Mhm.
So I went the complete opposite. I had 2 on there, but I kicked one off, and it was The Lost Boys. I love it.
There you
But
go.
if Us counts as a beach movie, Lost Boys counts too.
Absolutely.
That's
Yes.
fair.
So, all right, my number 5 is Back to the Beach from 1989, starring Frankie Avalon and Annette Funicello back again to go onto the beach and seize it with the big kahuna on the boards again. If you haven't seen this movie, it's super 80s, but it brings the 60s beach vibe into the 80s. It's a lot of fun, a lot of really awesome cameos. It's just a wild movie. It's one of those 80s movies that's truly absurd, and if you're going to get into it, just fall into it hard. Plus, you have very hot Lori Loughlin in it and so much more. So just enjoy it.
Okay.
That's my number 5.
Go.
All right. So, Sturdy, what's your number 4?
Weekend at Bernie's.
Fuck yes.
Actually, the funny thing is, I was not introduced to Terry Kaiser with this film. I was introduced from Friday the 13th, Part 7, New Blood. That's where I learned him. I didn't actually watch this movie until after I met him in person, which is funny. I met him at a con called Scarecon, which I hope comes back, guys, come back. But I met him at Scarecon a few years back, and I was actually on a panel with him and Laura Clark, or whatever her name. I can't think of the names right now. I'm high as shit. I hit a pineapple. But either way, had an amazing time. So yeah, this movie's hilarious. Definitely worth the watch if you haven't seen it before. We did review it over on Popcorn and Pints as well. Shameless plug. Sorry.
Oh my God, I
I
love
like it.
Yeah,
All right, I dig it. Well, I'm glad that you joined in on this movie. Actually, if you on our buddy Jay's podcast, 3 Geeks podcast, back in the day, they did something called Remake Revolution. I don't know if they do it anymore, but they would basically invite different podcasts on to. They'd pick one movie.
Bring it
round.
back, Jason.
It was fun, man. And then like basically you'd go head to head against another podcast and you would have to give your remake. And each round was like, who would you get to star in it? What would be the log line for it? What's your story? All this stuff. So they did it really well. Like I really like that when they would do that.
That's awesome.
Remake Revolution, but they did Weekend at Bernie's and we won because I even made posters. Like I did everything. I was like, I'm going to photo. They weren't good, but like I did it. But I did Kevin Hart and The Rock at the time.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
So I thought that would have been
Nice,
funny.
nice.
And, I don't know why I sold it that way, but I think that was around Central Intelligence time. So it was like,
Okay, fair enough. Oh,
it was like they were like a huge.
Yo, can I bring this up? So my wife actually separated me and my stepson watching that movie in theaters because we were too loud, I guess. I was high as shit. I had a brownie before the movie, and he was just funny. Sitting next to me, we were just laughing at everything going on in the movie. He was saying shit. I was dying. So she literally made him sit like at the other end by his sister, and she sat in between us, felt like a child. Awesome. And ever since then, we weren't allowed to sit by each other anymore because of that movie. They did some shit.
Weekend at Bernie's was a great choice, dude. I freaking love it.
It's funny.
What's your number 4, Paul?
Weekend at Bernie's.
All right, then I'm just gonna name mine because mine's Weekend at Bernie's too.
That's awesome.
Weekend at Bernie's made all of our lists at number 4.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's insane.
That's wild.
And that was a last minute change for me.
Like period.
Same.
Because it was actually at number 3 spot, but what I put at number 3 now, I switched out. I was like, nah, I like this more. So let's start with number 3 so you can hear what I'm talking about. What's your number 3, man?
Jaws.
Good one.
I had to throw it on there.
Good one. Great beach movie. All right. Where do you at, Paul?
Probably
Jaws.
Jaws? Oh, man. All right. So my number 3 is not Jaws.
Thank God.
My number 3 is Point Break. Point Break is still a solid summer movie for me. I need to watch. It's a great beach movie. It's not my favorite surfing movie, but I am covering surfing in this. I'm not against doing surfing movies a list in general. So like this is the closest I'm going to get. That's not the only thing that ever came out about surfing.
Oh, I know. That and the Butthole Surfers, but I don't know any songs they made.
For me, I love Point Break. Johnny Utah. I am an FBI agent. I would love to talk to Keanu Reeves about all.
Oh yes.
Beach Blanket Bingo. If you did not hear, I talked about Back to the Beach, which is a sequel to Beach Blanket Bingo.
Oh,
so guilty pleasure.
Guilty.
It's like an ambiguous sequel because he's playing the big kahuna in both. Okay. So it's an interesting one. All right, what's your number 2? We're at number 2 now, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Us.
Good one. All right, I like it.
Thank God we can finally differ up. Mine is Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh, it's a good one. I like that. A little different, but I really dug that.
Mm-hmm. It's all beach, and I love that comedy. I love that movie.
It is a funny movie. It's a super funny movie. I hated that Greg get him to the Greek. I thought that was dumb. And Diddy chasing him down a hallway. Come on, when does that ever happen?
Well.
I mean, anyway, my number 2 is Jaws.
Okay.
Jaws is on my top 10 movies of all time. I love Jaws. It's one of my absolute favorites, but it falls to number 2 to my number 1 because I really love my number 1. And let's get to it, gentlemen. What do you got? What's your number 1?
So my number 1 is actually a movie I've seen for the first time last year and fell in love with it the very first time I watched it. And it's my favorite romantic movie. It's my favorite romantic horror film. This is romantic. This is actually romantic in a sense if you watch it, and unlike The Notebook and other silly shit where there's a bunch of stalkers, which I mean I guess it's stalkerish, but in a different way. But
I don't think you watched the same movie I did when you watched The Notebook.
Creature from the Black Lagoon, love it.
Ooh,
phenomenal film,
like that.
Beautiful.
You know what's irony right now? We have a local horror group here at the Alamo, and tonight they're showing that movie on the big screen at the Alamo. And it just started 3 minutes ago.
Oh,
that's crazy.
I actually thought about maybe not doing this episode to go watch it. I have seen it
Mick,
on the big screen.
I'm telling you right now, as much as I love you and Paul, if I was in Virginia right now, I would be there. Probably
I would just ask my buddy if we could do the podcast live from there.
Yeah. All right, then I'd be like, I'd like, listen, Mick. They're doing this movie, Creature from the Black Lagoon. We should go to this,
dude.
Go from.
Oh my God, we should do that. Let's finish out our number 1s, and I have a very exciting possibility.
But yes, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Honestly, if you guys haven't seen it, you should definitely go see it. See with your significant other. It is a beautiful film. I love that film.
I love it.
I only watched it one time. I need to watch it again. I need more merch of it. I got some ideas.
That is one of the most beautiful black and white movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, I love it.
It just everything about it.
Honestly, I would say that and -1 are damn near neck and neck for me as far as my favorite black and white films that I've seen. I just really love those films. I know they're on different levels because they're different types of movies.
Yeah,
I would give it. Well,
they're almost the same. Creature
creatures.
Creatures, yeah, but different type of story, I guess, which is fine.
There's a lot of human element to both. So there's a lot of parallels to both. The only reason I would not put Godzilla -1 in that is because that was a feat of cinematography.
Fair.
-1, amazing cinematography, but the black and white is a feat of visual effects.
Fair.
They and listen, murdered it. But I have to give the edge to being on set and shooting that way and making it look good. So that's
fair.
just me personally. But
That's
it is
fair.
a testament to how far we've come on both.
Yeah.
So you got to give credit to everyone when they're due. Or my buddy Joe is going to kick my ass. So what's your number 2, man?
Number 1.
My number one, man.
My number 1 was actually Point Break.
Wow, very nice. All right. I dig it, dude. I like it a lot. All right, my number 1.
Pretty woman.
That's not a beach movie. My number 1 is Moana. I love Moana. That is, I am so upset they're doing a live action version. Not because I don't think it would be good or anything like that, but because it's like Moana is like a perfect magic in a bottle in animated films, in my opinion.
Like Lion King.
Yeah. Like there's some special ones that are just stand the test of time and you can watch forever. And Moana is one of those for me. Like I wouldn't even put Frozen on that same level as Moana. It is up there. It is a memorable, but more so because of that song, I think.
Okay.
What song?
But Moana's got like tons of freaking songs that are just memorable as hell. That I will be singing as karaoke next year.
Heck yeah.
But guys, that's our 5 takeaways. Beach movies. We're going to be doing summer theme all month long. We're going to be doing our 5 movies, our top 5, this, that, and the other. We're going to have a really good time with them. And then James says they really shouldn't be remaking movies that are 10 years old or less. I 1000% agree with you. It's not unheard of. They've done it throughout Hollywood forever. I mean, Stagecoach was remade, like Star is Born, other ones that were made like every decade.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. Hell, even Howard Hawks remade his movie 3 times. John Carpenter remade his own movie. So, and then who was it? Was it Doug Liman or who was it that did Lockout? No, I don't think it was Doug Liman, but like whoever did the Lockout basically did John Carpenter's movie too. So that was pretty funny. Anyway, these two don't know what I'm talking about because they're primarily horror. But if you know what I'm talking about,
I'm trying to learn, Mick. I'm trying to learn.
You guys got to expand your horizons.
I do with horror. Listen, man.
I'm expanded.
Expanding.
I'm just emotional something.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. All right, if we can ever get to the same place, and honestly, it would probably have to be my house.
Right.
We could probably do a live podcast at the movie theater or at some place around here.
I'm game.
Just saying, a live show.
Just tell me when.
And that's like a good middle for everyone who like listens to us in this area to come to.
That is true too. That'd
See,
be a lot
for me,
of fun.
that'd be more, honestly, that'd be more towards CFF time, like going around.
Oh yeah, I'm not throwing out the idea now. Paul could come do it anytime, but
if it was close, if it was like an hour or two closer, it'd obviously be different. But
you need to move. That's your problem.
What we need to do is just get rich and then just Taylor Swift it and just hop on a private jet and go hang out with each other.
That. We're gonna get a compound. You get one of those family compounds with like 17 different houses on it.
Sounds like prison and slavery.
You can make your own house. You can put it anywhere on the compound. I'm talking like
Where's
Yellowstone.
that Paul at? Get him over here now.
Actually, Yellowstone wasn't a good
just kidnap each other.
Yeah,
you should have gone with like Righteous Gemstones type compound.
All right, yeah, Righteous Gemstones. Well, he'd think I like that even more. Those are even more southern.
But they didn't have slaves on that show.
Oh, God.
So you're good. They didn't. I said did not.
Hey, listen,
I don't know how we got. I did it. I did this.
You did this one. All right. It's time to review those movies.
Oh, fuck,
bro. All right, you know what we do. We start with the ones we hated the most first. We're going to go tarot on this. We've all seen it. I have not seen In a Violent Nature, so we're going to do something a little more fun tonight for that one. So let's talk about this movie real quick. What do you guys think of Tarot? What was this movie? So the movie, okay. I should probably tell people what this stupid movie is about. A group of friends, like 6 or 7 friends or whatever it is, angsty little like college kids, go and they to a house, like a Airbnb in like Maine or something like that, and it's some cabin out on the beach or something like that, and they find an old box with tarot cards in them, and the one girl who looks like she's the youngest in the group, somehow knows everything about tarot. Everything. She jumps in hard and like does their tarot reading. And so the tarot they got start coming out to kill them. Sounds like it could be a cool concept. But what do you guys think of this movie?
Terrible, bad acting, bad script. Cool concept, played out horribly, felt rushed, felt super rushed.
Yep.
Felt like it was everybody's first time doing this, which isn't a bad thing, but this should have been like dropped on YouTube. No disrespect.
Well, James's comment, I do agree with him. Jake Batalon from Spider-Man movies, he was the best part of this. And he actually, in my opinion, had the best scare kill. Are we spoiling? Yeah, let's just spoil. I mean, the rule is it's got to be like 3 to 5 years or older.
3 to 5 years?
All right, let's just say his character has the best, like has the court jester or whatever, and then like has this really cool elevator kill scene.
Yeah.
Kill in air quotes. So we'll leave it at that. This movie was just so goddamn terrible. Paul, what did you think of this?
So this is one of 3 movies I've ever fallen asleep to in theater, so that should tell you something. I fell asleep and woke up about 15, 20 minutes later, and I didn't miss a fucking thing. It was boring to me. This would be like, I don't know. I thought it'd at least be as good as like the scary stories to tell in the dark. I thought it'd kind of be kind of on that level where it was kind of fun at least and had its scary elements. And it missed the mark terribly. Like he said, the acting was bad, the script was bad.
Nothing was scary about it. There's no tension building.
No, there was
the characters weren't that fun. Like they weren't like, even like when you watch a movie like The Faculty where it's all different types of kids or urban legends, stuff like that. Like there's still redeemable qualities about those kids.
Yeah, like in this movie, you didn't care about the characters at all. You didn't care about the characters at all in this film. There was nothing that was just like, holy shit, Mick has titties out. Holy shit, these characters, I love them. It was just like whatever. You didn't like them, you didn't hate them.
I don't give a shit. I buttoned up. We're fine.
Yeah, this movie was it was bad. And it felt like they just didn't give enough thought into it. Like the creatures it didn't look like they really tried with the makeup or any of that. And it was kind of disappointing because you almost hope even if it's not the best movie, that the creatures or the kill scenes are epic or great. And none of them were even subpar. Like this felt like
they relied too much on jump scares. For those that would be jump scares for people, they relied way too much on that and definitely not enough on story. Like with a movie like this, I'll say with a slasher, which we will get to that, you can get away with it to an extent because we will get to that to an extent with the story portion of it. But I feel like with a film like this, we're just trying to throw like that kind of paranormal aspect to it or whatever you want to call it. You need a good story that's going to really have us paying attention, grabbing you in. Because if you don't have that, then we don't care. The jump scares, yes, they're cool and all, but they don't matter as much as if you don't have that story. Then it's like, oh my gosh, there's the person they were talking about. There's the this, there's the that. But they're just throwing stuff out there. I'm like, it bothered me.
It did. It bothered me too. This movie, and because it's the only one I have an opinion on tonight, I will just say it just falls flat on every level. Like again, Jacob Batalon, who from Spider-Man was a shining character, but not necessarily needed, and you didn't give me a payoff for that. You didn't give me any type of payoff, and the movie just sucked. So let's give our ratings for this one. Then we have our very special review next, and that we all Sturdy gave it a half point, and we both gave it a 1. I'm still going to give it a 1 because the movie looks good. It's not a bad looking movie. So like I got to give it to the crew who made this.
Yeah.
I think they did a fantastic job. So I'm going to give them a 1 on that, but not much else. So
fair.
Right, guys.
I'm being honest, guys. I tried.
Here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to be talking about a little movie called In a Violent Nature. So if you know anything, we do a show here called Real Combat, baby. That's right.
Yeah.
Real Combat. That is where 2 contestants come on and they are going to convince me whether I should watch their movie or not. And they both usually come with 2 different movies. But tonight it's a very special edition. We're going to put you, Sturdy, right up here next to my man Paul, because you guys watched this movie.
We did.
Right?
We did.
Now, you both are going to be able to argue your points. We'll flip a coin to see who goes first. The person who goes first can argue first and will get a rebuttal. The person who goes second will only get a rebuttal if challenged in the rebuttal. Do we understand?
I think so.
Flip a coin here. I'm just going to flip this coin that's sitting right next to me, if that's okay. Head for my co-host. Call heads or tails.
I love heads.
Tails. Sorry, sir. All right. So, sorry, but before we go, I want to give your ratings for this. And it was actually supposed to be the other way. So, Paul gave it a 4, a very lopsided 4, too. I was doing this on the fly very quickly. And then Sturdy gave it a 1. I'm very surprised by this, but I am going to shut up now, and we are going to play a little real combat. Here we go. Sturdy, you're first. Why should I not see this movie?
See, that's a tough argument for me because I'll never tell you not to watch a movie, but I'll tell you why. Maybe you should stream it instead. Stream it instead of going to the theater.
I'll take that. Your level of me checking it out. Fine.
Stream it instead of going to the theater. I did think the concept was cool. Great concept of it. Poorly executed. Super slow burn to where it was just like there should be more of a backstory to this character that they're kind of showing this just fucking walking through the woods damn near through the whole movie. There should be more of a backstory to it, which would have which from a fan like myself would have enjoyed this a hell of a lot more. But it just felt like you're just watching a dude walk through the woods. There were some awesome kills, and don't get me wrong, but I feel like there should have been more to it. There should have been more of a story to it.
Okay. All right. So that is why. So what we'll do is we'll say not watch the movie, but we'll say
stream or not stream. I mean,
check it out at some point in your life. It's not a rush.
Stream or theater. We have a thing for that.
We do.
Oh, stream or theater.
Stream it. So, all right, Paul, why should I go see this movie?
In theater.
So this movie to me is like for a lot of times the slasher films I don't really care about because they're all pretty much the same. It's just epic kills. The stories are very much similar, tales of revenge, things like that. So to me, this was kind of like a whiskey if the others were comparable to beer. This was different. This isn't for your typical movie goer. So a lot of friends I've recommended it to, I've been like, unless you really enjoy cinema, I don't think you'll like this just as a horror fan because they did a lot of things differently that I like. Like I love the slow burn because I thought it built it better. I like that they didn't have a musical score during it, that they really engulfed you in the forest sounds. The shots were beautiful. I wanted to see it again just to see the different angles and figure out how they actually got some of these shots. The atmosphere was top notch. Let's see. I mean, those kills, they were graphic. They were very raw. They were very unapologetic. Like those kills were pretty insane. Okay. And as for me, I like that there was less story because to me, I think slashers with a lot of heavy story, I don't need that. I see a slasher just to see the epic kills. So the fact that they were very quick in why he's doing this and what brings him out, I thought was just enough to where I was like, this is great. And I kind of like that it was kind of left up to your imagination, kind of how it ends. So it was almost open-ended. I wouldn't say completely. And as for why to see it in theater, I think for me, because I'm big on sound. So like I said, they have no musical score. So you're not really toning if a scene's about to get intense or not, because you're just hearing the nature sounds. So to me, I think you need to see that in theater unless you have a superb surround sound system where you can feel fully engulfed. I think you need to be in a dark theater to really grasp everything this movie was trying to be.
All right. I gotta be honest, I'm leaning towards going to see it.
I mean, I'm not gonna
you gotta rebuttal though
with the visual beauty of the movie. I just don't feel, and I love going to the movies too, as you guys know, so this is tough for me. But for this one, I just feel like you're better off waiting for it to be streamed because I don't think the reward is worth going to the movies for this film at all. I really don't. I'm not mad I went. I don't regret going because that's one of my things I do. So again, it's weird for me to argue this, but at the same time, I feel if this movie was on streaming and in theaters tomorrow, and someone's like, "Yo, which one should I do?" I love doing both. I'm like, "Yo, just stream it, man. It's worth just stream it tomorrow." But if you feel like you need to see it, I'd say go to the theater. Like it's a weird argument, but if you feel like you need to see it like ASAP, I'd say go to the theater. If you feel like you can wait, I'd say this is definitely worth a wait and stream.
Well, it's funny because you've both been on Real Combat before, and actually starting one with Blood Lake.
I did.
Of all things, one of the worst movies of all time. So for him to argue this, which I know has to be better than Blood Lake,
by far,
it's very fun. So I've rendered my verdict. And I know that I'm going to see In a Violent Nature in the theaters. Woo. Sturdy, you put up a good argument. You put up a good rebuttal. But this man's passion sold me from the beginning. His passion and the love of horror. You know, I don't think I've met anyone who loves horror just as much.
I should have cheated.
You should have cheated.
Should have did this.
Looks good, man.
Hell yeah.
I forgot to put the green.
The blue screen. It still works.
And if I can just say one quick thing about this movie too, like not to, because you already made your decision, but I will say for me, this is another IFC Shudder. So I am very excited to see, because they keep setting the bar really high with Late Night with the Devil and now this. They've set the bar where I expect them to continue to make good movies like this. So I really hope that all the ones to come are this good, because they've set the bar high for themselves. And I pray they don't let it go or sell out or just give up and not really try, because
I don't think they will, because it's such a smart way to fucking, sorry for swearing, to have it as
it's fine. We have been doing that the whole time.
A Shudder exclusive, so to speak. You put it out in theaters, but then you make sure you show Shudder. So then it's like when people get home, they know it's going to Shudder.
Yeah, right.
And it's, you don't have to play the stupid guessing game. Like there's times where you're watching a horror movie or any type of movie. I'm just speaking horror because this is a horror movie, and you're like, all right, when it comes out to streaming, where is it going? When is it coming out, and where is it going? With this, Shudder's just like boom. It's when it comes out, it's coming right to us, and they're not bad at giving you a date either. Like a month or two later, like September 14th, this movie will be here, or whatever whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
So
all I know is the next movie I am most excited about coming out is Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Ooh,
that trailer looks amazing. I'm so excited. They got pretty much everyone back.
Heck yeah.
I'm all in. And they're going to even make fun of the third one, which Eddie Murphy hated. But I will go and see this in theaters. It is playing all week, and I definitely want to check it out.
Nice.
But I'll also watch it on Shudder too for you, Sturdy. You both won in Real Combat tonight. But thank you guys for joining in. But before we go, remember, Mick's movie pick. And this is actually inspired by a discussion Sturdy and I have been talking about. And I'll let him elaborate on what he's doing. But this Mick's movie pick, all month long of the month of June, I'm going to be discussing on the Classic Film Review Black films that are very influential. And, I'm excited for it. And that's actually perfect. Perfectly. I love it. Tomorrow's is going to be Malcolm X in 1992, the Spike Lee film starring Denzel Washington, Angela Bassett.
Such a great film. Such a great
Absolutely
movie.
amazing. Movie. And one of my favorite stories when we did Three Bros Show back in film school, we made movies like Second Grade of Love and a few others. One of my buddies, Alex, came in. And he was a black man, and he walked in and I'm ironing and I'm watching Malcolm X. And he goes, "Isn't this movie for black people?" And I was like, "Not exclusively." I was like, "It is a biopic."
That is very true. I get that, though. I don't know. I feel weird sometimes when I end up watching American History X, because, you got to get to the end to get, a beautiful story, because the first half is pretty rough just to watch.
That movie, that and Fight Club were never for me. Anyway, check this out tomorrow on the YouTube. I just want to finish that off, but I want to hear your point for sure.
No, that was it. I was just saying, I'm just thinking of other movies where, I've had people walk in at the wrong time. They're like, "What the fuck are you watching?" Are you about that? And I'm like, no, I'm not.
Well, that was it led to a really great conversation about movies, because we were talking about movies shouldn't be separated from anyone.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to see anything. That's the best part about, especially learning about different cultures and foreign films. How much did we learn in our 3-month journey of watching Godzilla films?
Shit. Not only that, you can even let's throw in freaking not just the Godzilla, but let's also throw in Star Wars and Star Trek, because that was all at the same time. And then whatever horror movie we were watching at that time too, which kind of mixed in, because there were certain times where Godzilla mixed into either one or so on and so forth with each of them, including the music, which was just such an awesome, weird, unknown mix that was going to happen, which I'm happy it did, but it was tiring.
It was so tiring. That's why we're in beach mode. That's why we're doing beach now. But I want to say thank you to Sturdy for joining in tonight. And you guys better make sure to go check out Horror with Sir Sturdy channel. Check out Horror with Sir Sturdy podcast. Check out Sturdovision. And there's a ton more going to be coming. It is such a great channel. I'm a fan. That's how we became friends. I just reached out and I was like, "I really like your show. I want to hear more about it. I want to see it. I want to talk to you." And I've been guest. And I think I'm going to be on again this Friday, right?
I believe so. Yes. Right. We have a fun thing planned for that.
It's going to be great.
I
might even be dressed like this again for that.
He may even be hosting Friday.
Where are you going to be?
I'm going to be here, but you're going to be running the show.
I fucking love this movie. I love it so much. Should I tell him?
Yeah, you might as well. While we got the eyes here, you might as well let him know.
If you haven't seen this debacle of an action film called Hard Ticket to Hawaii, it is violent. It is salacious, raunchy even. It is insane. titties everywhere. And I'm not saying that I'm all about the titties. I am, but like just one pair. That's what I'm in. But then they belong to someone. And I like my own too. So I mean that counts. We went a little wild with it tonight. But no, it's a movie and it has a giant mutant killer snake in it, which is a subplot. It isn't even the main plot. There's so much in there. I want to do a whole thing on Sturdovision that fits the summer motif. I think that Samurai Cop, The Uninvited, and Blind Fury are 4 Sturdovision movies that would absolutely fit the mold. 100%.
That's interesting.
I can't wait. We'll talk.
We got some fun ideas, though. I will say that.
It's going to be a great...
I'll tell you what, though. I'm going to tell you guys this. Spoiler alert, Horror Research 30 is not going to the beach till December. You guys will see why then. You guys are going to be praying for the heat then. Trust me.
Yes. Go check them out on all their links. Link down below. But guys, if you aren't interested, you saw that Godzilla shirt and there's tons more. Go check out the Snobs merch store. Oh, it's just snobsmerch.com. You can go to the QR code here, or it's linked down below. Go check it out. We have some great designs, movie designs, and more. We just added a ton more, so hope you guys will enjoy them. And if you guys are interested, we are going to start using our Patreon. There's a free tier as our newsletter, so that way you can see what's going on, have the links to all the shows and everything. We'll talk about what's going on behind the scenes. We're also going to be sharing movie reviews on there that are written. I love that my hair is flopping in the wind. And there's so much more. I'm going to turn the fan on for this. And then and there's so much more, right? It is, too. You guys can't tell, but like it's legit blowing my wig. I was made for another.
Yes.
I should just, I know, I realize as a podcast, anybody listening is like, this is not a visual medium, but you got to go back and watch I'll make a clip. This is how you do it. Just like, okay, so I'm going to tell epically, everybody should go and check out our Patreon, because our Patreon is the most epic thing around. It's a newsletter. It has movie reviews, has movie news and more. But you're going to have to join up to sign up on the tiers for those. But the newsletter and everything else are free. And we also have other shows. So go check out our Patreon and support us there. We'd love to have you. And remember to join our Discord. We're all on there. We're all having a great time. We're doing our watch parties on there. And I'm super sexy in them.
Facts.
Anyway, this has been absurd enough, but listen, we're living up to it. Embrace the absurdity. Let's have fun. Thank you to our guest, Horror Research 30. Next week, I think we have a guest. He's an actor on Girls Ride the Bus. And he plays, it's PJ Sudoku. I have to figure that out. We'll figure that out for next week, but make sure you join in. He's going to be joining us. We're going to be talking more beach, but it's going to be a lot more fun and get into it. So guys, make sure to go check out, thank you to our wonderful sponsor of this video. The fucking fan is kicking my ass. Thank you. It's distracting the hell out of me as I'm talking. It's such a shit show.
Dyson.
Any show that you no, it's Density, you son of a gun. And you have the hat on and everything. All right, everybody, we are absurd here. That's right. Just check us out. Go check it. Thank you to our sponsor, Spotify. Not Spotify. What am I talking?
Shopify.
RoboCop is a sci-fi movie.
We can't go that insane. That's too absurd. We've gone too absurd. Let me finish. Thank you, Shopify, the amazing e-commerce business builder that you can join up and get your business going now. Why not make side hustle a thing? Go. You have talents. You have things you can create. Go create your store. Check it out on Shopify. Down below in the link. We also have Skillshare down there, and they'll probably teach me a thing or two to do this. I don't know what's happening. You can't put me in beach mode. I'm in Ken mode. Guys, until next time, we love movies, and we know you do too. So join up on the Snob Nation and be a part of it. This is the insanity that ensues. Paul, is there anything that you want to say before we go?
Yeah, you guys keep listening, keep watching, and keep loving the magic of movies.
That was beautiful.
It was beautiful. He's really kicking ass on that one. And I just want everybody to remember, be kind, stay classy, and take care of yourselves. That's important. Until next time, we are the Scene Snobs, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.